My name is Gordon Miller. I'm the Environmental Commissioner of Ontario. I'm here today to talk about climate change. But most of the discussion about climate change is really about reducing greenhouse gases. We call that mitigation, and that's important, and certainly an area of great concern for myself and should be for all Canadians. But there's another aspect of climate change, and that is realize that the climate is changing because of the greenhouse gases we've put into the atmosphere for so many decades. And that change is on us right now, and it's getting worse. So not only do we have to try to reduce the greenhouse gases and mitigate the future effects of greenhouse gas releases, we have to adapt our society to the change that has happened and will continue to happen. So today we want to talk about climate change adaptation. Now, in that regard, the Ontario government has a climate change adaptation plan. They released it quietly last April 2011 without much fanfare. And now it's my job as the Environmental Commissioner to have a look at that plan and assess whether it's going to be effective. It has all the components that are necessary for success. Well, here's the plan. You don't have to read that. Just know that it has 5 goals and 37 action items. And that's quite a comprehensive plan. Looks like a good approach in the first instance. But as Environmental Commissioner, I've got to have a hard look at that. So today I'm releasing my report and response, which is not. This one's called Climate Ready, and I'm saying, are we ready for change? Well, it's early days. We're 11 months into the 4-year period that their plan covers, so there's still lots of work to be done. Then I'll give them the benefit of the doubt on that, but there are some criticisms that are obvious from the start. It's not clear how they're setting their priorities up. There's 37 action items. That's a lot of work to do, spread through 10 different ministries. And so the question of what the priorities are, especially in times of fiscal constraint, is an important one. And with regard to the fact 10 ministries is good because that's the range of concerns and the range of mandates throughout the government that have to be concerned about adaptation. But there are some, one glaring example, there's no specific responsibilities or action given to the Ministry of Energy. And we know that our energy transmission system is highly vulnerable to climate, extreme weather events and climate change, as we found out with the ice storm a few years ago. So it is an odd that that one has been left out. But nonetheless, lots of good recommendations and action items remain. As well, the report is a little bit short on timelines and targets, which are useful to know to measure how successful the project is going forward. But again, we'll give them the benefit of the doubt on that. So, on the whole, I think the climate change adaptation plan of the province is pretty good, those criticisms notwithstanding, and I'm willing to go forward in the coming months and continue to review their progress and report back to the Legislature in the future, hopefully with successes and improvements that will come from this plan.